Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. So, I'm fresh off of work, y'all. I done dropped the kids off. I done did a little studying. And as y'all know, I am extremely tired. But, listen. I be so excited in the mornings. I can't give y'all no video at night because I be like, my energy be so low. My vibrations be so high in the morning. But listen. First off, I just want to thank everybody for sharing my my article in the Tribune. I want to thank everybody for sharing the video. I think that was my last video. I want to thank for all of the calls, the texts, the emails, everything. You guys, y'all be on the money. I'm trying to tell y'all be on point. Every time I get an email, every time I get a call, a text message or whatever, it makes me feel some type of way, right? I be like, I'm not doing all this for nothing. Like, I know I'm not doing it for nothing, but sometimes I be like, dang, like, I'm really doing this. Like, I'm putting myself at the forefront for people, right? For the world. I hope I'm helping somebody. I hope it matters. So then when somebody call or text or email, I be like, okay, you doing the right thing. Look, I want to say this because it just came to my mind. Me going public about my HIV status. Okay, look, I know there's a lot of y'all that follow me that's HIV positive and may be in secret and have not yet told nobody. You may have told a few people. Your situation may be different, right? But for the most part, people watch my channel that's HIV positive. And listen, I want to tell y'all this. This is not easy as... It's easy right now, but it's not as easy as I make it look, right? God has always covered me. He's covered me from stigma. He's covered me from all of the bad parts to HIV. So I never experienced that. So it makes it a little easier for me to be so open, right? But listen, me going public, I knew that it was a possibility that I would be hated. I would be disliked. I could possibly be killed. And then my kids will hate me for the rest of their life. And I still chose to do this. And the reason why was that I wanted to be free. I wanted to be free of the mental torture that was going on in my head. I didn't want it no more, especially with my kids. I felt like my kids was being manipulated and they was hating me, right? So I felt like if they're gonna hate me for anything, let them hate me for the truth and not a lie. So it just was bad, right? And I decided to live in my truth. And because I'm living in my truth, that's why my vibration is so high now. This is why y'all able to see me do this. So if you positive and you trying to figure things out and you trying to figure yourself out for whatever reason, whatever your situation may be, because everybody have different situations. A lot of us are not struggling the physical part of HIV. A lot of us is struggling because of the mental, and mentals is different for everybody. But listen, if you are HIV positive and you are struggling in any type of way, the best advice that I can give you is to forgive yourself and learn how to love yourself. That's the best advice I can give you. To forgive yourself and to love yourself, accept yourself. Because not only that, get educated. Oh, my phone. Get educated. Forgive yourself. Forgive the person that gave it to you. And fall in love with yourself and accept yourself. If you do those things, it will be so much easier to disclose your status, to live in your truth. It will be so much easier if you do those things. And I'm just saying these things off the fly because I don't even supposed to be talking about none of this, but it came on my spirit to say this. So if you struggling in silence, listen, those are the things that you can do so that you can overcome that fear that you have. And not only that, y'all know I do sessions, one-on-one sessions. Y'all can email me at Unique Presents to book a session in whatever area you may be struggling in. I don't mind at all helping in any way I can, but just email me so you can book your session so we can see when I'm available. But listen, somebody sent me an email. I think it was like 3 different people sent me an email. So they asked me certain questions. So I decided to come here to give my answers, because it's easy. It's easier for me to do this, because if one person asks me these questions, I'm sure that other people probably be thinking the same thing. So listen, for me, and I'm just speaking on me and the questions that I was asked, right? Y'all know, if y'all been watching me, following me for a while, and if you not following me, listen right now, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, like, and subscribe to this channel, and comment and let me know that you're new. Listen, for me, I thought I had a sex addiction. I learned about sex within becoming HIV positive. Before HIV, I didn't know about sex. I was just doing regular sex. But I'll come back with a video on what's not regular sex too. But I was doing regular stuff. But when I became HIV positive, I started having freaky, nasty, dirty sex, right? So I thought I had a sex addiction, and I really actually didn't, but I thought I did. It's a mental thing. So I'm assuming the person that was watching my videos, they heard me saying a lot of different things. So the first question I'm gonna start with is there any part of sex you can't live without? At first, I thought I couldn't live without sex, period. Let's get that straight. Forget about the oral part. Forget about the sexual, all of the other stuff. Forget about all that. I thought I couldn't live without any type of sexual pleasure physically, right? And the way, okay, the question is there any part of sex you can't live without? At first, I thought I couldn't, but I can live without sex, period. I don't need it. It's not a need. Listen, it's a desire. I desire it. But it's not like I just need to have it. I just have to have it. I gotta have it. I want it. I want it. It's not like that no more. I don't have those urges like I used to. So that was another question. Do you still have urges? Let's be totally honest. We having a grown-up conversation, right? At times, I still do think about sex, but not in a way that I used to. I'm finna tell y'all how I think about sex. This is how I feel about sex, y'all. I was reading what somebody was saying. I just told y'all I don't have regular sex. And I'm not saying this to my own horn, none of that. I'm just being 100% honest. I don't have regular sex. I don't do regular stuff. I gotta do extra, because it's just who I am. I haven't had sex in over a year. When I was having sex, I loved having sex. I loved the noises, the sounds. My ego was being stroked all through sex. Somebody telling you how good you make them feel, and all of the noises and the sounds and all that stuff. And not only that, I was a side chick a lot, and the person that I was with was sleeping with other people. So I wanted to be better than everybody. So I did extra things. I researched. It was all in my head, right? And I used to get off of making somebody feel good. I used to get off of it. But it came to the point to where I started to feel like I don't supposed to be doing this with everybody. I had my main guy and I had my side guy. And I was having the same type of sex with both of them. And for women, but for anybody, right? You can't be out here doing all this stuff to different people. You just should not be doing that. So I decided not to have sex until I found somebody that loved me outside of sex. A person can love everything. Listen, people loved me because of how I made them feel. They didn't love me. They didn't know me. They, like right now, the guys that I used to mess around with and all that, they can't stand me right now. But I'm the same chick that can make you feel so good that your girl can't make you feel like that. I'm the same person that can get you right. But you don't like me though. You don't like me because I'm not giving sex no more. I'm giving you me, my heart, my soul, my everything. This is who I am, right? They don't like me. They don't like me because now I found out who I am outside of sex. And it's a dangerous place to find out who you are outside of sex, because if you take sex away from a lot of relationships, a lot of these relationships don't have anything. So for me, a lot of the relationships I was in lacked everything. So now I'm looking at like, dang, I shouldn't even been doing that anyway. Like this, it holds no substance, right? So to answer the question, yes, I do think about sex, and sometimes I do have urges for it. But instead of having an urge like, oh, I want it, I gotta have it, I use it and I turned it around. Like I desire to have it. I want it, but I can't have it because this person don't value me. This person don't respect me. It's totally different in my head now. I don't even want to lay down with niggas no more. I don't even want to get in my energy. I just don't. They don't deserve it. Not that I think I'm better than nobody, because I am just trivia. But I just feel like I can't share my energy with everybody. It's just a no-no for me. Like, so if you think you're suffering from a sex addiction, or if you just love having sex and all that, you have to get in tune with yourself to figure out why you like sex so much. I'm gonna tell y'all why. I told y'all I liked it the way I made somebody feel, and how the noise they was playing with my little ego. And not only that, I didn't love myself. I didn't know myself. I didn't value myself. I didn't respect myself. So a man telling me all this stuff made me feel good about myself. I had self-esteem issues. But the more and more I started to love on myself and get to know myself, I didn't desire those things like that. I don't desire it to get my ego stroked right now. I desire sex in a healthy way. Me and the man that I love. We come together and we have sex to make each other feel good, and we share that with each other. Not to play with his ego or to play with mine, or none of that. It's just we already love each other. Sex is so different when you honestly love somebody. And a lot of times we don't get to know people before we have sex with them. We don't give it enough time to get to know them fully before we allow them to touch us. And baby, soul ties be invested in that. Okay, so that's the second question. The third question is, how were you able to get past or free of your soul ties from men of your past? I just spoke about that. The reason why it's so hard for me, the reason why it's so easy for me to break away from the soul ties, because it's unhealthy. For me, the way I'm living my life now, anything that's unhealthy and anything that aggravates my spirit and anything that don't match my vibration or higher, or my energy got to go. I can't entertain it, because it'll bring my energy level down, right? So I got to the point where I just didn't want it no more with certain people. I want to be married. I want to get married again. I want somebody to love me outside of sex. I want somebody to, the way I'm able to make a man feel sexually, I want him to be able to feel that way just off of knowing me and who I am and what who God say I am, who I display myself to be, the way I live my life, the way I am. I can't get the words in its proper perspective, but I think y'all know what I'm saying, because this stuff is still new to me. I'm learning this as I'm going. But I want him to love me without physical touch before I touch him. And that's really how I was able to put things in this proper perspective when it comes to these soul ties with these men that, see, this is the thing. They don't care about me. They love the way I make them feel. I'm honest. Listen to me, y'all. If y'all really think about these people that y'all having sex with and y'all having good sex, because we all can have good sex. If you really put your mind to it, you can really have good sex with anybody. If two people get together and say they want to make each other feel good, they can do it. All you got to do is listen. If you really take sex away, I'm telling you, you take sex away, you'll learn a whole lot. But that's how I was able to do it. I stopped allowing people to touch me, and I started to redirect the conversations. I started to not do certain things. Like we having an adult conversation, right? I ain't having sex in cars no more. Like when I get married, me and my husband, we might pop off one day in the car, just on some freaky stuff. I ain't doing that right now, though. Period. I ain't buying you no cigarettes. I'm not buying you no bag of weed. I'm not feeding you. I ain't doing none of that. I'm just not. If you can't take care of yourself as a man and you can't stand on your own too, you ain't got no business talking to me. And I'm not saying like I won't talk to nobody that don't have nothing like that. But I ain't doing that. No. So when you take all that stuff away, and when you stop doing, this is why I be trying to tell people, when it comes to a lot of these relationships be give, especially when I do a whole nother video on that. But anyway, when you take certain things away, you able to see what's really going on. And that's how I was able to do it. Okay. Okay, they asked me, was I married? I had a ring on. Yes, I am married, but I'm going through a divorce right now. Can you pass HIV through oral sex? No. Now, I did a whole lot of research about this. Look, this is a possibility for anything. That's just how I feel. Let's get that straight first. However, if a person is undetectable, they cannot transfer the infection to you. So you can't get HIV through oral sex. But I was doing this study, I was doing this research thing about 4 months ago. And the 4 ways you get HIV ain't got nothing to do with oral sex. So for me to answer the question, I'm gonna say no. Okay, how are you able to be successful with dating? Wait, how are you able to be successful with the guy you are dating now? So listen, me and this guy that I'm dating right now, listen, circumstances is going on, right? I'm going through healing, and that person is going through things in their life as well. So we was friends first, with no feeling and none of that. I got to do a whole video on this, but I wasn't trying to date nobody, and he wasn't trying to date nobody. We just chopping it up. But about a month before me and him started talking, I had just started coming into this stuff like, I ain't let nobody touch me no more. Woo, 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 woo. I'm like, God, send somebody that will love me for me, that will love my heart, that will love my drive, that will love the woman of God that I am, because I've dummied myself down in relationships and I was living the life that I know God created me to live, because I was entertaining things that was not good for me. Well, it was best for me at that time of my life, but the person that God wanted me to be, that wasn't good for me, right? And I told God I wanted somebody to love me for me and to see me in God, to see my flaws and still love me, to accept me and me be HIV positive without touch. Touch had nothing to do with it. And I talked to God about that. And then this person came along, right? And just talking. And one day he was like, he told me he loved me one day. And I was like, dang, I love you too. And it just escalated from there, and we just continued on. And I honestly believe it was because of what I spoke. I spoke to God about what I wanted, what I desired. I desired a man to love me outside of physical touch, and a man to see my heart, my soul, to see who I was in God. Somebody that can lead me, somebody that can guide me. I'm always the teacher in my relationships. I'm always the doer and all of that. A woman don't supposed to be that way. A woman is supposed to be led by a man. Of course, a woman can teach a man something. I'm not saying that. But a woman do not supposed to always be the dominant one in the relationship. She's supposed to be submissive and sit back and let the man lead. But if the man is not in his right position as a man, how could he do that? So I wanted to meet somebody that saw me outside of everything, and he see me. He can see me. And the reason why I know this is from God, is because when we started talking, I was kind of nervous, and we really started like falling on. Like, I'm nervous. Like, no, I don't want this. No, I'm good. And then he used to say stuff like, he told me he did not see HIV. He saw me. Why he say that? I'm knowing it's God, because I know what I prayed to God. It's no way for this man to say what I said to God to me. No way. Got to be God, right? Can't make me believe nothing different. And our whole relationship is centered around God. Our whole relationship is centered around purpose. Our whole relationship is centered around the same things. And he see me. And that's the most important thing in my life. And not only that, the reason why is I am me. I'm my true self with him. I'm not dummying down. I'm not faking. I'm not like with my other relationships, I really didn't talk about God. I really didn't talk about my purpose. I'm open. I'm free. I'm me. I'm becoming who God has created me to be. And the more I become better, and the more I become who God want me to be, the better the relationship with him is. Not only that, with my kids, with my friends, with me doing videos, everything. The more and more I become closer to God and get closer to who God created me to be as a woman of God, everything in my life is becoming successful. But you asked about the relationship, but that's just one part to success. You know, everything is becoming successful in my life because I am aligned with the will of God for my life, right? And This man that I'm dating, he is too. So 2 people on the same journey, 2 people that's thirsty for God, 2 people that believe in God's word, 2 people that want to become better. They are dangerous because they both have the same desire, and the desire is to please God. The desire is to live the life that God created us to live. The same goal is to help God's people, to bring people to the kingdom of heaven. How can we lose, right? That's what I see. That's where I see it. So that was the answer to that question. I hope I answered the question right. Well, it really is no right or wrong because it's my answers, right? And I think that's all. That was all of the questions that I was asked. If you have any questions about sex or anything weird, because my last video I came and I said I was going to do a video on sex. Y'all, listen to me. I got to go here before I go. Friendly sex is dangerous. It is the most dangerous thing, I think, on these streets. I call myself a street advocate, right? Because I don't talk about what everybody else talk about. I know other people talk about what I talk about too. But I don't talk about no medication. I don't talk about no CDC, this medication. I don't know. I talk about the dirty, the gutter part to HIV. HIV is being spreaded. HIV is being spreaded for many reasons. But I'm going to speak on a couple when they come to me. Friendly sex, for one. We are having sex with people that we're the most friendly with. Not only that, when we trust somebody, when you have an unprotected sex with somebody, you are trusting them with the most valuable. You are trusting them with the most valuable thing that you own here on earth. It is your body. You're trusting them with that. And that right there alone can bother your life forever, mentally. Because you pop your pill, you straight. But the mental part to HIV is something that I think we all that's HIV positive will probably have to go through for the rest of our life. The mental part, even if it's good or bad, whatever the case may be, I honestly just believe that. And until we get a hold of this friendly sex and this HIV behavior, this is not going to stop. It's not going to stop. A lot of people, I'm married. And you married, but your husband was just out of town partying. And a lot of people, they okay with bragging about sleeping with other people, men or women. And it's fun. Like, everybody is talking about it. People is literally doing this, and it's like nothing. It means nothing. But it means everything. Because it's always a flip side to everything that's going on. Okay, we say we using condoms, and I'm using condoms. But after a while, you ain't using condoms with somebody you've been screwing around with for a while. You just not. You could tell me you is, but I don't believe you. Just not. Some people I know that y'all are, but a lot of us, we're not. We're not at all. But we have to become educated, you guys. We have to get educated about HIV and AIDS. We have to get educated. It is so important. Just because you married, that don't mean that does not mean you cannot become HIV positive. Just because you've been in a long-term relationship forever do not mean that. And I'm going to tell you why. Everybody make mistakes. People slip up. There's a lot of unhealed people in this world. And they be perfect Patty and perfect James in the house with you and those kids and that mama and everybody else. And they get outside and they thirsty for somebody to play with that ego. I'm telling you, I done lived this stuff, and so many people is going through this. And they slip up and they go and have sex sometimes. It happens. And it possibly can come bring you something back. So if a lot of these partners, women and men, together get educated and come to some type of agreement, this ain't gonna stop, y'all. It's just not. It's not. I'm gonna be dead and gone, and it's still gonna be going on. I don't think they're coming up with no cure. They talking about something about some vaccine. I don't pay no mind. Because why is they gonna end? Why would they end HIV? Why? They making too much money off of it. Why? Why would they end it? It makes no sense. But that's just my take on it. But I hope I have answered all the questions. And listen, y'all, my crossword puzzle book, I don't really even promote this book, but I'm about to start promoting like crazy. Listen, y'all, I got a crossword puzzle book. The book is centered around HIV. It's all different type of words that came to me since I was HIV positive. I just tried this book, and it's, to me, I love it. I love crossword puzzle books. But listen, please support my book. I'm going to drop my Cash App in the description. My book is $12.99, but shipping is $5.99. So y'all calculate that on y'all own. $20, right? Yeah, about 20. No, that's like 17, 18. Like 18 something dollars. Let's just round it up to 20. 18, whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. But anyway, send me an email with your name, your cash app that you sent your payment to, and your address, and I will be shipping books today. I think I have 10 crossword puzzle books, and I have 10 HIV experience books. Y'all already know HIV experience books is $20. Same thing. I think that one $15.99, and I do $5.99 for shipping and handling. Around the same thing, $20. But I got 10 to 10, y'all. So please support with these books, y'all. And listen, do not forget, I'm gonna go to sleep. Do not forget to love on yourself. It is so important for you to love on yourself. It will change the direction of your life, your kids' life, your man life, your school life, your church life, your job life. It would change you in an amazing way. Today is the first day of the rest of your life, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all day.